Welcome to another episode of Burn Peak Express, and today we're going to do something a little different. Although, who am I kidding? We're doing the same thing. We're reviewing products. We've got a whole bunch of different products here. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. I'm not paid by any of them. People just send me stuff. They'll send me emails, can I send you this? And I give them all the same disclaimer. I'm like, we're probably gonna make fun of it. Let's get right into it. So these are some water bottle accessories from Dawn to Dusk. They make a bottle cage, they make an adapter to attach a bottle cage to a frame that doesn't have mounts, and they make this bottle with, what is it called? The dirt mask. So let me explain to you the concept of this water bottle. So on a normal bike water bottle, you have the little mouthpiece over here, and it gets covered in dirt. Pretty nasty. They have just put a cap over the water bottle to prevent dirt from getting in, and then you can flip it open and you can use it. Now, the other thing is this bottle is insulated. If you look at it very carefully, it has this sort of bag on the inside so that it's almost double pane. I actually take away points for that. I hate insulated bottles because I want the bottle to contain as much water as I can possibly fit in it. And in this case, part of it is taken away by this insulation. I want to hold as much water as I can. I've seen a lot of fancy ways of holding water bottles, and Dawn to Dusk has taken this sort of simple approach and just made it squeeze the bottle a lot. It is tight. It's like crushing down the bottle over here. They didn't do anything creative beyond making it really, really stiff. I agree with that approach. It's pretty good. My one criticism of the bottle cage, as well as the bottle itself, is I think the branding is a little bit aggro. It's like Dawn to Dusk, Captive 10. I like stuff that's a little more understated. And then there's one other product that came with all this, and that is the Bear Hug. Storage where you want it. This is a mount that you can attach to your bike, and it will allow you to either screw in a water bottle cage or use some of their storage options, which they've included right here. So we're gonna put this on here, cinch it down, really pull tight, put the bottle cage in the top here, secure it down. We're gonna put a water bottle in here. Oh, yeah, I can't see any reason why that wouldn't work. Of course, it just pees out water straight at my stem anytime I hit a bump. That's probably not gonna be a good place for it. So I gotta say, it was a little distracting having the bottle here, and it threw me off. I even cased the little rock jump. I'm actually gonna do a different test here. It's an old video. It was back at Berm Creek. I did a bottle smasher video where I had a big 2x4 that just came smashing down to test the effectiveness of bottle cages. And my thinking was, if I tested for an underside of the down tube mount, that's the absolute worst place for the bottle cage to be. So if it performs well there, it'll perform well anywhere. And Dawn to Dusk referenced that video when they sent me the bottle cage. They said, we took your exact line of thinking when we designed our bottle cages. So I'm gonna put it on the bottom of the down tube and just whale the driveway jump. I'm extremely surprised. I mean, I clapped my suspension. That was a really hard hit. Very impressive from Dawn to Dusk. This is a really, really good product. I suspect this would have fared well with the bottle smasher. I'm gonna put on these shorts. These are from Tasco. I love Tasco. Every time I run into the guys from Tasco, they're just good people. They make great gloves, they make great clothes. They sent me these Tasco Scout shorts, which are brand new. I decidedly love the Kind shorts. That's all I wear now. They fit me and they're comfortable, but Nate from Tasco assures me that these are really comfortable and really good. Put these on, see how they feel while I'm moving around. I'll do some pedal testing. So these Scout shorts are actually very well thought out. This pocket is designed for a cell phone and actually goes on sort of the back of your leg, and you don't feel it. So you're pedaling and you don't feel the phone, which is cool. And then the cell phone's not blocking anything. And this pocket, of course, has a zipper as well. And then you can put energy chews, multi-tools, whatever in these pockets. All Velcro over here, which is cool. Quick access. And the material, I don't know how to explain it. It's very tech fabric. It wicks moisture, evaporates very easily. It has a good amount of stretch to it in certain places. Very light, breathes well. Overall, really comfortable. If it sounds like I'm just saying positive things about these shorts, it's because they're very good shorts. So if you watch my other channel, you've seen some of my other product reviews, and one product that we already reviewed was the crud cloth. It's basically a washcloth sealed in plastic and pre-moistened with, I called it hippie oil. So my criticism was that it's disposable. We're making more garbage. We don't want to do that. You're paying more money than you should for a moistened washcloth. And then the other thing is it's going to expire. So the very thing it's good for, which is leaving your glove compartment, is no longer even applicable. So they made a new one. This is a new improved crud cloth, and the first thing I notice is there's no expiration date on it. They have a few different flavors. This one is lavender. This one's unscented. The other thing about this new crud cloth is that the cloth is dry. The way it works is you take this thing, you smack it, oh, there it goes. It releases the alcohol onto the cloth. I guess it's not supposed to go out like this. I guess you're supposed to, then you open it up. Ooh, yeah, it smells like isopropyl alcohol. This is pretty good. You do feel really clean after this. My hands were all sweaty and stuff from riding my bike before, and yeah, the alcohol evaporates and it gives you a nice cool feeling, and it's definitely a good way to clean yourself off. But we are left with the same criticisms of the other crud cloth, which are, you know, the disposableness of it. Is this something you're gonna want somebody to use after every single ride? I don't know. Good people who make this, pretty good product for what it is, but I personally wouldn't spend my money on it. So the next product that we're gonna review is a product from Topeak, and it's been sitting in my review bin for months and months. It's this flash stand. So it's a stand for your bike, and Alexander's over here with his bike leaning against the couch. He's just installing a bottle cage. So Alex, does this thing work for you?
I think it's got the not quite the right size.
You try jiggling it? Yeah, I can take that out, and then there's a smaller underneath it. Freaking garbage if it doesn't fit your bike, because you have a pretty common crankset size. So this thing on here actually rotates, which is cool. If you're standing up your bike and you want to move the cranks around or something, this has a bushing in it that allows it to turn. Oh look, yeah, it's a little smaller.
Good thing about these is that it lifts your back wheel off so that you can work on your bike.
So it can actually double as like a repair stand for like your van. You can do that. You could slide it like pretty much under your couch. I give the flash stand high marks, but it's a little pricey. See if you can find a good deal on it if you're gonna pick one of these up. I gotta say, that's way more impressive than I thought it was gonna be. I was about to rag on that thing for just being an ugly bike stand, because it is kind of ugly. So another product from Topeak, this is called the power lever. So what this is, a master link remover and tire lever all built into one. So when a chain is on a bike, it gets joined at the end with a master link, and that makes it easy to remove and clean or service and put back on. You put one side in here, you put the other side in here, and then when you want them to lock together, you gotta put some pressure on it, either by pedaling or whatever, and now it's just like a normal chain link. Now getting it apart, you can't do this by hand. We take it, we put it in here, squeeze it, and it's popped apart. Very, very easy. Now Topeak has the power lever. This is either something you can leave in your shop so that you have both of these tools, but I think it's better to actually take this with you. So the power lever looks like it clicks together like that. So you put it in here, you squeeze it, and it comes apart. It's not a bad master link tool, a little clunkier than the dedicated one, but not bad. Another thing that this power lever is supposed to do is store a master link. You can see these two little holes here. One side of the master link goes in this hole, and it does click into place nicely so that it doesn't move. And then these fold up and stow just like they did before. Now this thing also comes with another tool. Now what do you reckon this is for? I'll show you what this is for. So you put this here, and now when you take your chain apart, it holds it together so that your chain doesn't go flying. How many people are actually gonna use it? I don't know. The power lever retails at $13. I would say that's a pretty fair price for this. Good job, Topeak. This is pretty sweet. My hands are all covered in grease from just demonstrating all that chain stuff. And reach for the old crud cloth. It was sitting there, it's still moist, and not bad. I think how much you like this product is directly to scale with how bad you need it at that moment. So again, it's one of those things you want to leave around. So the next product I'm gonna have to demonstrate out on the trails. Just started sprinkling outside, so maybe we should have saved those crud cloths for later. But anyway, it's called Chew True, and it's invented by a 17-year-old entrepreneur and inventor with his 3D printer at home, and it actually solves a problem that I've never seen before. These little guys go onto the handlebars of your bike, and then you can put energy chews onto it, and you can just grab them as you're riding. When you're doing something extremely difficult and athletic and you are suffering, you have to eat or you will cramp up, you will zonk out, you have to keep putting calories into yourself. And so they have these sort of gummy bears, if you will, that are designed to pack as many calories and electrolytes and grams of sugar as possible for you to take with you. So basically, these little guys go onto the handlebars of your bike, and then you can put energy chews onto it, and you can just grab them as you're riding. Now the question is it good in practice? Oh. Holy crap! It was so slippery on the handlebars that my hands actually slipped on the handlebars. Gloves are important, man. All right, so interesting point to be made. Well, every single one of these gummies is now completely covered in filth because they're just out here. And yeah, okay, you're not gonna ride in the rain and tumble over your bike. Like, that's never part of the plan. But dust kicking up definitely is, and these things are sticky. So if you're riding in anything but perfect conditions, I could see these chews being maybe a little better off in your pocket than out here. So right off the bat, there's a little problem with this. So one thing's for certain, if you had any doubts about these staying on your bike while mountain biking, not a problem. They are definitely gonna stay on. I mean, these actually made contact with the ground and remained on the bike, so that's impressive. Okay, so pedaling up the gravel road and grabbing one of these is probably a more realistic scenario, and it was great. It's really tempting to just take a dive towards the bars and just grab one with your teeth, but you're gonna knock your teeth out if you do that. So when they're wet, these energy chews are so slippery that I can barely get them off the thing, and then, yeah, better for perfect conditions, I would say. But cool product, for sure. The next product is very appropriate. Crash pads. Somebody emailed me about these and I said, I don't know. I don't even know when I would need that over normal bandages. But then I saw how committed this freaking guy is. I mean, he has 2 belt sanders going, and he's putting his forearms on the belt sanders like this so that he can test his bandages. And these bandages are designed specifically for road rash. I got a really bad one in Whistler. It was a perfect example of the type of crash that I would consider road rash. Let's take one out of the bag and see what they look like. So first of all, they're a lot bigger than most bandages that you would normally have. So I suspect the theory behind these bandages is that they perform more like scabs than do normal bandages. Normal bandages breathe, they allow moisture from the wound to evaporate. These seal it all in. I didn't get any wounds today, luckily, but I did get nice and dirty over here. Let's try applying this bandage. I'll tell you what, I would rather use this than a Band-Aid. I suppose if I were to spray my leg with water, this would be the only part that's dry. It should work in reverse. I guess we could try that right now. Guess I gotta hose my leg off anyway. That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. Really not a lot of hair on them. Yeah, it's bone dry underneath here, so it kept the moisture out, so it would keep the moisture in. I've got a lot of friends and family members that range from medical assistants to RNs to surgeons, and they all deal with wound care. This guy, Jeff Watson, it doesn't say doctor before his name, and all of the claims are from his own testing. Is this better? I absolutely cannot say. I can't really touch that on this channel with my set of expertise. Maybe keep an eye out for them and see if they do get verified by physicians and wound care professionals. Until then, I can't recommend you use these because, you know, all the claims are from his own tests, the inventor who's gonna sell them and make money from them. So the next product is a multi-tool called Fixit Sticks. It's kind of embarrassing that I've never reviewed these before because they've been around for a long time and they're kind of popular. Now, the claim is here, extremely compact multi-tool. So let's take inventory of what we have. Looks like a tire lever, looks like some kind of bit holder. It looks like it all just goes into this pouch here. That's very small, especially if you are a backpack or lumbar pack kind of person. You could stick this in your pack and it really wouldn't take up much space. Let's give it a try on the bike. Oh yeah, that's way better than a multi-tool. Yeah, you can feel kind of how much torque you're applying. It's not moving around. I actually really like these. I think what's immediately apparent about this Fixit stick is that it's extremely easy to use in comparison to a multi-tool. So in a multi-tool, you have these little tiny bits and you're holding onto this little tiny handle and trying to get it to work. With this, you have a real tool. They're making the claim that this is an extremely compact multi-tool, but an average multi-tool is more compact. So I would not say this is an extremely compact multi-tool. Now what it is it's a multi-tool that takes up a little bit more space than an average multi-tool, but gives you way better ergonomics. So it's almost like using shop tools in a multi-tool. And it's definitely something that some people are gonna want. Like if, let's say you're a mountain bike guide, so you're working on people's bikes all the time, or you might be a bike packer and you're using your multi-tools to really work on your bike because you're out there for weeks at a time. This might be the answer for you. So speaking of real shop tools, these are my Allen wrenches, and you can see they have these T-handles which allow you to use leverage this way and then also turn something this way with the little ball head. And Park Tools sent me the new version of these and they're supposed to be better, so let's check them out. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, they have a nice kind of shop stand that it comes with. So this gets mounted up on the wall. Here are the wrenches themselves, and wow, this is way different. Whoa. Okay, so it has like a bushing sleeve, I guess, so that you can kind of hold on to it and turn. Obviously, you can still turn this way, you can still turn this way. They don't have ball heads though. So this right here is a ball head. And what I like about it is you can get in at weird angles. If you can't get it totally straight, you can still sort of get it in, crack a bolt loose or turn it or whatever. This not coming with a ball head, I gotta say, is a little concerning. Why is this all twisted up over here? Okay, so they're calling this weird end the strip gripper. So if you have a bolt that's a little bit stripped out, you put this in there, and then as you're cracking it loose, this sort of bites in and gets it loose. That's cool. Maybe we can find something to test that with. All right, so I have to screw up a bolt and make sure we can't get it out with the proper size to see if this works. Let's see if we can mangle a bolt and then try and get it out with this. There ain't no way we're getting it out with the proper size. You can see I'm just turning it. I really, really hope that the grip stripper works. Still does not come out. Yeah, now it's even more stripped out. Might as well get this bolt out. I am going to use my screw extractor kit for this. So we got it unstuck with a screw extractor. That's what it's designed to do. I don't know if the strip gripper is a screw extractor replacement. So as a normal tool, it's real nice. I would venture to say it's a little better in some ways than its predecessor. This whole handle can occasionally get in the way of things, even when you're turning this way. With these, there's way less stuff in the way. I mean, if you just look at the bulk of that handle compared to this, and it's even a little bit longer, so it reaches further. So if you're doing something like taking stem bolts out while traveling, you crack it loose, you can just hold on to this, turn it, the bushing kind of stays still in your hand. I will say that's nice. But again, I'm a little disappointed that the ball heads are gone because those were really useful for getting into weird places. Time will tell which ones of these I like better. One thing's for sure, I can't recommend that as a consumer who's just getting into mountain biking, that you go out and spend $130 on hex wrenches. If you're a professional or you're just a dude who likes really nice tools, I don't know, just seems to be needlessly fancy when the old ones really worked. So final product, new Berm Peak shirts. So we've made quite a few Berm Peak merch items at this point, but this is specific to this year. This is the spring 2020 Berm Peak shirt. And you can see this one, we have the whale tail, we have the gator, we have the airbag, we have the pups, of course. We have a lot of the things that we've worked on this year, at least the most iconic ones, and we made this shirt to represent that. And we have it in youth sizes, women's shirts. It's all super high quality, super comfortable. They're available right now in the link below. They won't be available available for long because like I said, we're just gonna do one run of these. This is Burn Peak as it stands in 2020. If you miss out, we'll have a different one next spring. So that's it. We made it to the bottom of the product bin, and I was happy to share all those products with you and had a lot of fun demonstrating them. I hope you learned something. I hope you found some products that you like. If not, I hope you at least found it entertaining. So if you've been enjoying the videos on this channel, be sure to subscribe. We're trying to make one every single Sunday. The next time my product bin gets right full of stuff, we'll do another video like this. And thanks for riding with me today. I'll see you next time.
What t-shirt contest?